I've got a book. What was it? Van Gogh, The Complete Paintings. So I thought, actually, texture, the dude is on the money. Oh, I love the smell of new books. I know I'm a weirdo, I'm a creep, I can't help it. I'm going to take you through this new Van Gogh book. Look how tiny it is, but look how thick it is. I thought he was a great artist to look at in terms of texture. Let's kind of go in the middle of the book. Let's go in the middle of his career. Now I love his patterns. Look at that. Look at that bottle. Oh, foliage. You know, I love foliage at the moment, guys. Oh, he does do some nice foliage. This was a nice little thing. It's called Tortured Talent. I'm going to read it to you. Tortured talent, the genius and the angst of an expressionist master. He did 871 paintings in his lifetime, and obviously he did suffer with depression and paralysing anxiety, which claimed his life in 1890 when he committed suicide on his 37th birthday. And in that time, 871 paintings. It is unreal. Question, guys, question. I love art history and I like reading about the weird and wonderful bits and bobs, useless facts I would call them also, anything to do with the arts. So would you like a video on that? Would you want to do that? Come on a bit of a fact-finding mission with me. For example, did you know there was a section in the Olympics for arts? Artists would compete in the Olympics. Did you know that? I found that out the other day and I was utterly bowled over. And then I went down the rabbit hole and it got a bit messy after that. But would you like videos on that? I'm actually going to put this on my community tab. Let me know. Oh, a prawn. Oh, I love a prawn. You know I love a prawn. So this book is literally his complete works. I mean, some of them are just amazing. So this is texture with his paint. We are creating surface texture, but equally, I still think he's valid. There are other artists that work even more so than Van Gogh's work. If you've ever seen an original Van Gogh in person, you will know what I'm talking about. You'll also know that there is no print on earth that can quantify the amount of texture that he gets into his work or out of his work, just surface texture. It's unreal. Someone more so than him is an artist called Charles Ginner. His work is what I call chunky a monkey. He is just fantastic, and I followed his work for years, a while ago now, but for years, and I did actually have one of his art books, but I'm not going to go into it because it'll upset me because I had to sell it when I moved. Oh, delicious. Oh, I mean, I like that. Isn't that cool? This sky. He has a very specific style. You can see his style from a mile away. It's like these tiny little brush strokes, like bloop, bloop, bloop. And he just keeps going and building it up and building it up, you know? And I'm sure that some of the pieces, like, you know, oh, I love that piece. I love an iris. I think I'll probably do, actually, as well. I'm going to have to do a master copy. It's not something I've ever loved, but I know that I think it was Elizabeth. Master copies isn't something I've always enjoyed. I don't know what it is. I think it's more about, it's me, rather than me. I don't know. But I think that I'm going to give it a go, guys. I'm going to give it a go. On one of these videos, we're going to do a master copy and we're going to paint it together. I'm going to paint it on live for you. Not live, because I can't do live at the moment. I'm going to paint it and we're going to do a similar thing. So let's say next week we're going to do a master copy. I think that'll be quite good. If it changes between now and then, I apologise in advance. See, clumps of grass. See, this is the sort of stuff I love. This is very much how I create my work. When I take segments of things that interest me, textures that interest me, and then I will try and take some inspiration from that. That tree. Pink tree. I mean, but it doesn't look pink. Does that make sense? You look at it and think, that's obviously. But when you look at it, at the work, it's a pink tree. This is a great book, by the way. Sorry to throw another book in the mix. I will link it down below. It wasn't actually that expensive at all, and I was quite bowled over by it. And I'll probably get some more of these. I think they're Tashian. Yeah, Tashian. books, but they are brilliant. The book is small, and you could argue that the quality of the prints would also be affected by that, but it's not. It really is not. I mean, let's try and find one of his most... Oh, these are all the books they do. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Oh, no. They do a Monet book, but I've already got a Monet book. I'm quite happy with that. I might actually have to get that one. Oh, no. Why did I do this? I'm trying to find one of the most like Starry Night and things like all the sunflowers. Do you know what I mean? Just to see, because I have seen the Starry Night in person. I went to America to see it. I know what that piece is like in real life. So I'm going to find a piece I've seen in real life to see if the colours are true to print. Does that make sense? True to form. True to the original. There we go. I got it out of my face at one point. Some of these sketches, I mean, hello, Jonathan. Who the hell Jonathan is, I don't bloody know. If they've done this comprehensive work and they haven't put bloody Starry Night in, we are going to have some serious problems. I might even go as far as to write a strongly worded bloody letter at this point. Okay, let's try and do the index. Oh, it's like being back at uni, isn't it? Oh, Jesus. Right, bibliography. Is it done in... It's not. That is just... Right. Okay, we're just going to have to do a full flick through. I do apologise. Oh... Where are you, Mr. Starry Night? Oh, that one's nice, though. Oh, Jesus, I love that one. What's that? Flowering Garden. Delicious. I'm just getting bloody sidetracked now, aren't I? Ooh. Oh, my word. He is a master, and he lived such a terrible life. He had an absolute blinder of a gift, and he was underappreciated by his then peers. And now look, you know, and it's just, it saddens me really, because I think this is why I feel so passionate about art history and the lives of the people behind the work. People just see the work, but, you know, everyone loves a story. And I think once you start to understand the man behind the work, you appreciate the work a bit more. You start to kind of understand the marks that he makes a bit more. Now, do you know what, guys? I cannot find Starry Night. So it's not a bloody comprehensive work, is it? Maybe it's just me being blind. I'm like a dog with a bone. And now I know that it might not have it in here. I want to prove that it doesn't have it in here. I mean, oh, there we go. Got it. I knew I had to have it, and I had to have a big spread. Yeah, so this is slightly oversaturated, tiny bit, but this is like that thick with paint, but it is still beautiful, isn't it? I mean, it's one of the most famous paintings in the world. I know it's another book, guys, and I don't regret it. I'm not going to apologise. I've decided, because... Do you know what's funny? Do you want to know what's just funny? This is how much of an idiot I am, and I somewhat lean into it, but I have just looked through this book trying to find Starry Night. What's on the bloody front cover? I could have just done that, really, couldn't I? Why would they put a piece in the front cover that they haven't put in the book? Oh, my word. That whole time, I was actually outlining the strongly worded letter I was going to submit to this publisher. Idiot.